So today I'm starting a new series basically where you're gonna share your stories, something you really experienced, like a scary situation you really remember and you wanna share. And nothing made up. And I wanted to have three, but I found two so far. I'm really picky and I want quality stories, nothing bullshit or something. Of course, I'm not trying to tell you that you have to experience something paranormal. What I mean is like something creepy, anything. You don't have to believe in ghosts or and all that. Just something very scary and you think it's creepy enough to share. That's it. The first story is from Kay. I listened to her story, and the moment I listened to her, I was sure that this is really very fitting for my video. So, I'm not gonna waste any time. Enjoy the story.
Hello, my name is Kay, and this is my spooky experience, which happened about 6 years ago in 2016 when I was a middle schooler. So, I was staying at my mom's house. Now, bear in mind, I've always felt uneasy about this house, like ever since I was a little kid. And that could just be due to personal problems with my family who was living there. Maybe I wasn't the closest with my mother, and so it just kind of made me feel a little uneasy. But at the same time, my experience makes me wonder if it was something else as well. And although I am skeptical now, this is what I remember happening. So, as I said, about 6 years ago, I was at my mom's house and I was trying to sleep after being on my phone for about an hour after my bedtime. I was scrolling on Pinterest and doing whatever middle schoolers do at night. I felt some sort of pressure as if someone had sat down behind me at the edge of my bed. I thought it was my cat, so I turned around, but nothing was there. I turned on my light and asked if something was there, which is when I vaguely remember the edge of my bedsheet flipping upward as if it were grabbed. So my bedsheet, if you can imagine, it was hanging off of my bed. It wasn't like tucked underneath of it like some are, and it just like flipped upward as if somebody had pulled it, like tugged on it. This is sort of a fuzzy detail now since it has been a while, but that's what I remember at the very least. I then felt pressure on my face as I was looking up at where this thing would have been sitting, and it was like somebody was putting their hands on either side of my cheek like they were cupping my face. So then I ran out of the room. I wasn't like terrified, I was like excited and going to tell my mom that I found a ghost or something, and she dismissed it. Obviously she was more concerned at the fact that I wasn't asleep yet, but she had told me that her and her brother were always creeped out by that room, and she had grown up in it before bringing me into it, so they had always been scared of it. They had always made jokes about some lady living in there, and what's more, the room had always been considered like the kids' room, which makes me think that whatever was in here may have been a protector, and so maybe that's why I wasn't scared, just more uneasy. But it does make me wonder if this was a kind spirit. Why did I feel so uncomfortable? I don't know, but the only information that I could have about what this thing could possibly be is that there was an old couple who lived there before my family lived there. And so my thought is that either the old woman or the old man still haunt that house. I will be honest with you, I don't feel uneasy there much anymore, but I honestly haven't been there much anymore, and when I'm there, I'm not alone. And the whole vibe of the house is different now, and I'm older and things just don't feel as surreal as they once did. So I am, of course, a lot more skeptical today than I was as a 12-year-old, but this is my experience, and I think it's a very interesting one because I do vaguely remember ghostly contact and like just having the heebie-jeebies. So I hope that you all enjoyed listening.
Just awesome. The way she was telling us the story was way more professional than I tell you stories, of course. Thank you very much, Kay. You guys comment down below if you really enjoyed it, because if you enjoy, I'm gonna continue this. Next story is from Shadow.
hREED. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, it's Shadow. And what I was in the story I have is there's this place in the woods by my house Me and my friends went like last year. We couldn't get inside at first. So the first time we went, and I ended up seeing something in the window. It was a shadow figure. It was a humanoid figure. It looked like a shadow person. The second time I went, it was with me and my ex. We found a way inside. And we found all of these things on the wall that said, some say, help, he is watching, and all this other stuff with satanic symbols. We started hearing some crazy stuff out in the woods, and when we went to check, there was nothing there, but every time we looked back in the house, there was something in the window, like it was watching us. My ex ended up getting scared, so we left early, but I went back in the house before we left, and there were all these pictures spread around the room, which I have right now. They were like the Polaroid camera pictures, and I ended up taking some of them, which is probably why I have a spiritual attachment to something that was there. Anyways, I have the pictures, and some of them, well, most of them were dated back in like the 19s, but like, they're old pictures, of course. And nobody else like lives near that place except for me and my friends, because we're the only people that know about it, because we found it in the woods. But like, yeah, I don't know if this is what you wanted to take.
This was really creepy. I mean, come on. And she had that kick to the story which really keeps you hooked, you know? Thank you very much, Shadow. Thank you both of you, actually. Because of you two, I could start this series. Thank you very, very much, and if you guys are interested, then don't hesitate, don't be shy, just tell me you want to share and I'm gonna tell you what to do. And I'll see you next time.